everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are taking a look at a game called Nine Kings. Now this is a game that caught my curiosity and I played the demo just to see if it was going to be something that I would be interested in, and yeah, this is the game that I'm going to be playing for a bit of a series, and yeah, this game is pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and press start. You run. Now, in this game, there are a total of 9 kings. So we're going to be playing the... Uh-oh. It kept my progress from the demo. I was not expecting that. Hold on. Okay, take 2. There we go. Okay, so, in this game, there are a total of 9 kings. We are going to be starting off with the first king, which is the King of Nothing. Let's begin. The year is 642. That looks like a new faction. Okay. So I'm going to be dealing with a new... Okay, so some of these factions I know about, others I haven't got a clue, so we're going to see how this goes. Drag your castle onto an empty plot. I'm going to put it right here. Drag a troop card onto an empty plot to create an army. I can probably explain the rest as this goes. It's the tutorial. A battle starts whenever you have only 2 remaining cards in your hand. So, I think for this first one, we're going to put the soldiers. Oh, okay. Well, that's that one. Oh, this is the new faction, I think. So, yeah. And, yeah. So, the gimmick with the King of Nothing is his castle has a catapult, which does basic damage cooldown. So, now, this is where we get to choose a card. Now, this is one that I have no clue about. So, we have a shield. Adds 10 HP or 10% HP to target, whichever is higher. We have raptors, mounted by adjacent units. Sums its stats with Rider and pierces through the front line. Okay, and then a camp. When a card is placed on an empty plot, camps adjacent plots gain plus 2% to all stats. I'm gonna go with the Raptor. This is a new one. Hover over any plot to check its stats. You could level up any plot by stacking matching cards. Yes, I know. Yeah, so this just holds a stone that stuns enemies. I'm gonna go ahead and put down the... Let's put down the farm now. So we can start getting extra troops. Alright, so... Adjust the speed of battle using the... I know... Oh, I have to do it now. Okay, there you go. I like it on the speed because I can know, like, oh, straight away. Throw boulder. It lets me focus for some reason. Oh, you know. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, what do we have? We have the blacksmith, we have a wild card, and the paladin. I'm gonna take a wild card. You could throw a card into the pit to discard it from your hand. This gives you back a small amount of gold. I know, but I don't have a reason to use the pit yet. I'm gonna go ahead and... It says adjacent, so does that mean if I do... this? Oh my word, they're fast. Okay. Okay, well that just happened. Okay, so we got more cards I have no clue about. So, migration moves target to an empty adjacent plot. Moved card gains 10% damage and HP. Okay. Dragons Den. Summons powerful single strike dragons. Gets 20% stronger each time a plot is destroyed. Okay, do I want to do dragons? Yes. Okay, so after a certain amount of years in the game, we get to choose a royal decree. So we have Iron Fist, doubles crit damage. We have Twin Shot. Archers now shoot an additional arrow. Or Feast, doubles the maximum HP of all troops. This would be useful if I have archers, but I haven't got archers. I've got raptors and I've got soldiers. I think I'm going to take the feast, because that will give these guys additional health. The number over each plot shows you the damage they dealt during the last battle, I know. I'm going to leave the Dragon's Den alone for now. I'm going to go ahead and finally place... You know what? Forget it. Let's place it. So, I don't think it'll stack with the farm, so I'm going to place it here. Okay, let's see. So, how do the dragons work? Oh! Okay! Well, that just happened. I was just loud there. Oh, okay, so we were also dealing with the, magic user. So, 3 new cards. So we have the Spire, heals your units that are closest to being defeated during battle. We have an Offering, destroys target plot to receive 3 random tome cards. And then we have the Library. Every year has a 50% chance of duplicating an enchantment of 1 adjacent troop. I haven't got any enchantments yet, but I know this is going to be quite funny. I'm going to go with the Offering. And I'm going to hold on to it for now, until I have a reason to use it. So, let's use the wild card, and I'm going to wild card the dragon. So let's see how this goes. The dragons get stronger. There it is again. Okay. Ooh, a castle upgrade. Do I want that? Or do I want to take another wild card? You know what? I'll take a wild card. Blessing. This is also new. So, my lord, the prophet has foreseen a blessing in 9 years. So what is it? Peacetime. Doubles the HP of the card on the target plot in the year of the prophecy. Where's that? Okay, so if I were to guess, I need to put a unit card there. I don't have any unit cards yet, but we do have, the game says, 9 years until the prophecy becomes told. So I'm going to go ahead and use the wild card, and I'm going to max out the dragon. Oh no. What have I done? Alright, let's see. Here we go. Here comes the dragon! Okay. Alright. Another Spire. Ooh, static. Okay. So this is an enchantment. So this would be worth it if I had the library early, but I didn't get it. So this unit's attacks trigger a lightning chain, deals 1% damage and 1 stack of chain per turn, or 1 chain per turn. I'm thinking we go with the static. And what I'm gonna do is, I think I might actually just put the static on right now. So I'll give it to the... Well, I'm gonna give it to the Raptors. So they have a stack of static that they can use. And keep setting things ablaze because I have a dragon! Okay. There's that one. Oh, now you show up? Okay. Well, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the archers. Oh. Oh, we get to add an... Okay. My lord, it is time to wage war against another king. Alright, so who do we... I've never seen these two before. This is gonna be interesting. So, King of Progress and King of Stone. I have no idea what either of these guys do. So... I'm gonna probably... Let's do the King of Stone. This could be better, but yeah, so these are my enemies. So let's see. Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save the archer for now. Like, we still have a few more years before it becomes reality, so I'm probably gonna put, well, I want to save that spot, so I'm gonna put the scout tower right there. This will give me a free attack for damage. Okay. Okay. So there's that. There's another castle. There's a camp and swords. Adds 5 damage or 5% damage to target, whichever's higher. Huh. I'm probably gonna do... Let's level up the castle. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm gonna put the castle down there. So now it's level 2, so we'll do more damage with... catapult. Here comes the King of Stone's forces. Alright. So what do we have? We have a trapper, we have a quarry, and a cauldron. So, the cauldron adjacent plots attacks now deal poison damage. 1 poison stack per level. Okay, the quarry adds plus 2% damage to all towers and base every year. And the trapper builds traps that inflict damage. Untriggered traps accumulate between battles. This might be funny. I'm gonna take the trapper. Oh, okay, so what do we have? Precision, here's the steel coat. Overhaul. Ooh, okay. Okay, so this is interesting. I could try Midas Touch, but I'm not really interested. So I'm gonna take this card, and unit's first hit is always a crit. What does this do? Destroy target plot and level up 2 random plots each use. 1 more plot is leveled up. I'm gonna... Sure, let's take Midas Touch as well. And that's what we'll do. So, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put the archers here now. I'm going to use this card to add more raptors. And I'm gonna go ahead and put down the trapper. Okay, so they're a unit. Okay. Okay, so that's the traps right there. Alright. Here we go. Oh, farm. Yes, I'm gonna take that. Then I'm going to level up the farm. So this will be 2 uses now. Still at random. Okay. Oh, the wizard. I could use the wizard. Hang on. So if I do that, that spot gets taken up. Or gets taken. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a wizard. Oh. Okay, so the tower has risen. This means I get to choose an additional plot to add to my current plot. So we start out with a 3x3 square. So I can add an additional unit somewhere. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put an additional unit here so that our raptors can be useful. I mean, hang on, how many is there? Or how many is here? 19, 15, okay, so 15. So that was probably a bit of a waste. But that's okay. I'm gonna put the wizard here. Alright. And there's that. Okay. Another farm. I'm gonna take the farm. What is that? Something's coming this way. I have no idea what that is, so... Alright, let's level up the farm. Okay, what is this? What are these? Rainbow Army! What? Okay! There's rainbow cards! I'm guessing this is like a rare card, if I were to guess. So, what do we have? We have a slime. Proliferating troop that multiplies itself to one empty adjacent plot every year. We have an ogre lonely unit. Every year increases 5% of all stats for each adjacent empty plot. What? And we have haste. Increases target's movement speed by 200%. Well, this is a bit of a bad situation. I have no adjacent plots for either of these. So I think for this situation, I'm gonna take haste. So now we have, okay. All troops gain 3 plus 3 stacks of steel coat. Ooh, that's interesting. All troops in the field now have the same damage as your highest troop damage. Huh. Regains all your lost lives. That's a bit of a waste because I haven't lost lives yet. Sure, I'm gonna take the armory. So everyone gets 3 stacks of steel coat. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and use haste on... This is gonna be amusing. We're gonna have even faster raptors. How's that gonna do? And there we go. Okay, what do we have? Combustion, library, and a warlock. You know, I'm gonna take the warlock. I know this is dumb, but I'm gonna hold on to him. So, okay, so we have our double HP here. I could put the warlock down so they get more HP. Or I leave the archers. I'm gonna just leave the archers, and I'm gonna give minus touch to... This doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna give it to the raptor. Why am I making overpowered raptors? Alright, here we go. Alright. What do we have? We have the Migration Frost. Attacks slow the enemy's movement and attack speed by 20%. I think what I'm gonna do is I might just take the shields. Boom. The prophecy has been fulfilled. The archer's HP is now doubled. Like, I think it does double? Oh, if the conditions are met, your kingdom will be blessed. So, they now have 48 HP, because I think peacetime raised their HP. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put the shields down on... No surprise. Make these stronger raptors. We're doing a raptor build. Hello? Alright. Boom. What do we... Another one? I'll give static. And I'm gonna give the static to... Why not? Alright. Here comes the King of Stone! Okay. Earthworks. What does this do? Unlocks target's adjacent plots. Target's cards return to your hand up to 3 copies. I'm gonna try that. So, if I do this, or... Oh, that's what it does. So I've got 2 adjacent plots. Interesting. So, let's go ahead and rebuild the dragons then. Okay, so I've got 2 adjacent... That's an interesting card. If used correctly. another scout tower. A wild card. I'm gonna take the wild card. And the tower is back. Yeah, let's do it adjacent to the archers. So, wild card on the raptors. Make them stronger. Let's see. Alright. More raptors! Is this max level? It's not max level. There's one more level of the raptors. Oh my word. You know what? Yep. Boom. We have even stronger raptors. Okay. Another... What level's my farm? That's level 3. Wait a minute. Oh no. I'm gonna take it. Alright. So we got... Oh, okay, here's the twin shot again. What else do we have? This is useless because none of my cards do frozen, stun... Well, actually, to be fair, my catapult stunned them. Or poison units take 50% more damage. Can't do that. Or everyone is at the same strength. I'm gonna take twin shot for the archers. I'm gonna put this farm next to the archers. Okay. Let's go. Alright, so what do we have? Earthworks again! Okay, yes please. And... boom. Oh! Oh, I think that worked there. Okay, well... and boom. So now I can have 2 more sets of units adjacent to the farm. Alright. Keep sitting in the flame. Using a dragon. Alright, what do we have? Oh, oh, Charmin. Or do I want static? Static. Okay. Alright, so, my lord, our diplomats can now make peace with an enemy king. Okay, so, this means that we can remove, unless I do the endless mode, I can choose between either the King of Spells or the King of Nomads. This must be how I've been getting the dragons and the raptors. I'm gonna say, let's make peace with the King of Spells. This guy is a lot more useful, so... yeah, alright. So because of this, I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna play the offering card. I'm gonna get rid of this. Oh, okay. Oh, clone. Okay. We got migration. Moves target to an... oh, Jason, okay. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to... I think I'm gonna do this. So, I'm going to clone the soldiers, put that card down, so these guys are now stronger. We're going to migrate the archers so that they gain some more strength. Since we don't need this plot anymore because, well, we only needed it for the blessing. And this is not going to make any physical sense. I'm going to go ahead and overinvest on the raptors. So I spend 30 gold to make him stronger. Oh boy. See how this goes. Alright. So, mob. Stone throwing units gain a unit whenever a different adjacent card gains one. What? I'm probably... I don't know how this is gonna work, but let's try it. I have no idea how this is gonna work. So we're gonna hold on to it, and I'm gonna give more static to these raptors. More raptors! Yes! Give me those raptors. So, what else do we have? Lab rats. Disposable melee troop. Levels up whenever adjacent plots level up with no max level? I'm sorry, what? Imps. A defender. More trappers. I kind of want to see what these lab rats do, so let's pick that card. More raptors! Yeah, more raptors. Okay. What level are these guys? 1. Okay. So we'll go ahead and try these lab rats and see. Okay, that's how they work. And then we're gonna do. Yeah. So now I've max leveled out these soldiers. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Wallmaker. Builds defensive walls in your kingdom. No idea what that does, so I guess we could try it. I guess we put this, like, right here. Whoa! We have a wall! So I'm guessing this is like a long line defensive in our forces get paid. Okay. Right. Let's take the swords. There's no way I can use the migration card here. Never mind. Maybe there was a way I could use it. Oh, that's how big the... Okay, so I was kind of confused on how big this square was going to be. It's a 5x5 grid at max. I see now. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put here. And I'm going to put the mob right there. So I can level these guys up as well to try to get our lab rats to level up, I guess. Oh my word. Oop. Alright. Let's see. Archers! We leveled them up. Okay. Oh my word. Flame Tower? A mobile tower that moves onto the battlefield to burn... I'm gonna use that! What do we have? Doubles all stats of all level 1 troops, Poison Thorns. Every time enemies attack your units, those enemies gain a stack of poison. You know what? This is probably the best bet because... Like, what level 1 troops do I have? I have... Well, I have raptors and trappers and the wizards. But besides those three... Oh, this group right here. Besides that, I only have 4 uses, so... I kind of want to do poison things. So we'll do that. And let's put the flame tower down. It looks like it's only this square here. So how does this work? Because I'm kind of curious. Oh, the tower moves! And it did absolutely nothing! So I bought a tower that does nothing because I put it in the back. Okay, so maybe next time I use a flame tower, I gotta put it in the front so it's like, bam, straight onto the field. Not like, hey, I'm all the way back here! I could wildcard the... Do I really want to wildcard the flame tower? Or do I want to wildcard and get these rats up to their max level? Actually, there's a thing I could do. Let's try it. So I'm gonna level this up. No, you're max level. Okay. So we max leveled the, oh no, that's level 2. Oh! Alright. Okay. You know what? I think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the castle. Oh, it's the vault. Ooh. That's a good tower. So, do I want that? Yes, because this gives us guaranteed gold every year. Plus, the only way we can get it is through the King of Greed. So what else do I want? Dispenser's not really that useful to me, because that requires a gold build. A trebuchet. Multi-projectile tower. Shoots 1 extra projectile per construction in your kingdom. We have a forest. Let's try the trebuchet and see how that works. Then I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to put it down. Do I have... Okay, there is one... Oh no, I have 2. Alright, so we'll put the trebuchet here. I'm going to level up our castle to the max level, so it's level 3. And I think this can go... There we go. Okay, so now we get a little bit of passive income. It's not much, but it'll at least be something. Okay. There's that round. Oh, the earthworks. Ooh, this is a tough question. Do I want earthworks to get another plot? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna get earthworks. And I'm gonna do it for... We'll do it right here. Get these 2 squares. Place this back down. The walls go down! Wait, where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright. So, here's the question. What is going to be our first boss that we deal with in this game? I'm going to take this. Let's see. The King of Stone is leading his final assault. Okay, boss round. So, for those who don't know, in this boss round, we have to play all 3 cards. Not only that, there's a few things that we can do. So, well, we'll go over bosses when we do that. First of all, we're going to level up the monsters. This gets leveled up even further? We're going to put swords on the raptors. So let me get this straight. We have raptors that cause static, have a shield, and Midas touch. Okay, now we have the warlocks to play. So, once I play this, the boss fight against a new boss, because I have no idea what the King of Stone does, begins! Here he is! And the catchy... Like, no joke, this music is great. So, oh, champion of... Okay. Oh, the tower's finally doing its thing. Okay, it's just the champion of Stone. Come on. Champion of Stone defeated! First boss of the game, done! Your kingdom has thrived! And we have... Win 1 game. I get an achievement. Okay. So, what is next, my liege? So, I could start another run, but after seeing how this run went, I kind of want to keep playing.